Hi, I'm Brenna. I spent 4 years living overseas before the pandemic hit, and not much time exploring my own backyard. So when my best friend Sabrina invited me to hike 4 national parks in 7 days, I bought a one-way ticket, packed my bags, and started recording. And now I invite you to join us on this crazy new adventure. In this episode, Sabrina and I begin our journey in Arches National Park. We hike the famous Devil's Garden Primitive Trail, and we prepare for a rainy night with freezing temperatures. Lastly, we learn some interesting facts about how the arches we're exploring came to be. Good morning. So it is 7:20. Sabrina and I woke up and packed up the tent in 14 minutes. The sun is rising. We're trying to get in Arches National Park before all the hoopla starts to happen. So we haven't really had breakfast or done anything. We're just trying to get in the doors.
I'm still in my pajamas.
Yeah, me too. We are hiking up to the delicate arches. This is the background. We really can't see much because the sun is like directly in our faces, but onwards and upwards. So I've said in past videos, every time you go somewhere where there's like a monument or something to see, what they don't show you is all the other people waiting to see that thing and the line. So we're gonna go wait in that line. So Delicate Arch is the most famous arch you'll see here in the park. I definitely recommend getting there early. It's a quick hike with a pretty steep incline and ledges on the side of you, so if you're afraid of heights, just keep that in mind. This is definitely a must-do trail. All right, so we've made it to a viewpoint to make breakfast/lunch. And here we have oatmeal with almond butter and bananas and strawberries. And we've got the view in the background. We got the hammock out. It's like perfect. People are like walking by just like looking at us and we're like, yeah. So here's the map. So we're heading to Devil's Garden Trailhead to see the 00 Arch. So we made a slight detour. We're doing the Sand Dunes Trail, which is like 0.5 miles, then back to the original plan. This is what I've been wanting, is to actually be in the arches, inside, within them. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Giving me Petra and Jordan, Prince of Egypt vibes.
I love this because it's the 3rd movie you've quoted. We've had Aladdin, Lion King,
The Lion King, and Prince of Egypt. Also, this bird is legit the size of a cat. Okay, so now we're back on the path heading to the Primitive Trail. Going in. I recommend doing the Primitive Trail if you want to feel like you're the only person out there. The whole time we hiked, we only saw maybe 2 other people, and the views are absolutely incredible. We just finished hiking the Primitive Trail, and then we got to the 00 Arch, and we were having our lunch with this view. People up here. It feels like we're the last 2 girls, 2 women on the face of the earth. Okay, we finished the garden, whatever it's called, trail. Too tired. And now we're at the 00 Arch Trail. We're tired, if you can't tell. We hiked 12 miles today. I was saying to Sabrina, for whatever reason, this arch feels like sacred, that there should be like a temple or like a Buddha or something up here. So we're in a gas station kind of on the way from Moab to Capitol Reef. And we're in this gas station and we've never seen this before. But they light up the aisles. Like they literally light up the candy and like, I mean all the aisles I think. But like look at that. Can you see the lights? They're lit in case you can't read them. So we are in our tent. We skipped dinner. We arrived at our campsite. It was 40 degrees, but like dropping, what's it now?
Plummeting, that's
plummeting. It's like,
we got
probably 37 when we parked.
No, we're falling.
But the thing is, it's raining and it's windy AF, so stay. We didn't even brush our teeth. So we've got little hand warmers to put on our feet.
That's gonna be nice. Yeah, it's been raining pretty much our whole drive, and rain was not in the forecast.
The rain was supposed to stop between 9 and 10. So fingers crossed that that actually happens.
Yeah,
because that would suck too.
Good. I'm guessing you're...
Oh, is this inside out? It's inside out. I'm in Kerr. I have to fix it. Still going. A toasty McNugget in this thing.
Ernie McNugget. I can't even move my arms.
Oh, you fell. Okay, shall we recap our day while we're heating our hand warmers?
I think that's a great use of time.
You want to go first, Sabrina? How was your day?
I don't know, I feel like we literally just like hiked non-stop. We did 13 miles. I don't know, I was just really impressed with how much we saw.
We killed it.
My favorite was definitely Double O.
Yeah.
That was magnificent.
Yep, it was so good.
I think the funniest thing was, I feel like Brenna was like, there was like two things Brenna said all day that cracked me up. Is if any sand blew up and touched your face, like, oh, I have sand in my eyebrows, I have sand in my ears, and you're like, I hate sand so much.
I hate sand.
So I learned how much Brenna hates sand today, which I honestly had no idea.
Yeah.
What, we've been friends now for 13 years.
Yeah, a long time.
And I did not know.
It's not even sand, like sand didn't do anything to any of us. It's when it's on my body and I'm like rubbing like my arm or my like ear and there's like sand in there and it's on my feet and then it's like in my sock. Oh my god, I hate it.
But when you describe it, I do know exactly what you're talking about.
Some people do. No, absolutely not. Also, we drove to this campsite, Coral Reef, Capitol Hill.
Capitol. That was actually another cute-ism you had, is every time you said what we were looking at, it was wrong.
Remember.
I feel like you could just hear me in the background going like, the right name.
I can't ever remember the names. I'm so bad with that. I'm like, I'm here at, where the fuck am I? We're at Capitol Reef. All right, we're gonna jump off. We're going to bed. Good night.
Nighty-night.
Presenting the Brenna. I didn't realize this is how you're supposed to sleep in the sleeping bag.
Wait, this is not how you're, wait, there's more to it. Bren, do it. And that is the full effect.
That's it.
Oh my god, it's like I can't, what am I supposed to do with my arms? You're supposed to put them by your side and go to bed.
Okay. So this whole time we've been hiking, I've been sitting here
over and over and over again
saying like, I don't know how these are even possible. Like, how are these formed? Like, I wish I knew how these were formed. And this whole time on the back of the map, there is like a paragraph. I haven't read it yet, but it's gonna be how these were formed. And maybe I'll, you know, put this in the vlog so that you guys can know too. Ready? Water and ice, extreme temperatures, and underground salt movement are responsible for the sculptured rock scenery of Arches National Park. Over 2,000 cataloged arches ranges. We were wondering how many there were. Sorry.
2,000?
Over 2,000.
Wow.
And then here's my favorite part. But at the bottom, they show you about the actual rock formations. The park lies atop an underground salt bed that is responsible for the arches, spires, balanced rocks, sandstone fins. What?
Does that make sense? As it's raining, does the water dissolve the salt, and that's why we're getting the erosion?
That would make sense because it looks like it's melting sometimes. The rocks. God!
We're geologists.
Literally mind blown. I'm like, this makes so much sense. I should have flipped to the map and read this. Thousands of feet thick in places, this salt bed was deposited across the Colorado Plateau 300 million years ago when a sea flowed into the region and eventually evaporated.
What? Wow! A whole sea flowed into the region and then evaporated.
I'm reading that sentence again. The sea just flowed on it.
I feel like that's like...
And eventually evaporated. Over millions of years, residue from floods, winds, and the oceans that came and went blanketed the salt bed. The debris was compressed as rock, at one time possibly a mile thick.
What?
Salt under pressure is unstable, and the salt bed lying below arches was no match for the weight of this thick cover of rock. The salt layers shifted, buckled, liquefied, and repositioned itself, thrusting the rock layer upward as domes and whole sections fell into the cavities.
Okay. Can someone CGI that for us, please?
I am impressed. Okay.
We will.
Capitol Reef National Park, 37 miles. Stay tuned for the next video.
Ow!
This is Arches National Park's geologic story, probably. It says probably.
After all of that, that's just
the evidence is largely circumstantial.
After all of that!
I should have led with that. Dang. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't know anything about
story.
that Arches National Park, I highly recommend going. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. If this is the end of this video, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.